Where have I been? Well, it's summer. That always slows me down, and I had some dental work. Hey everybody, it's me, Margaret. I'm a Mississippi native transplanted to Atlanta, Georgia, where I sheepishly share things I love with you. And I'm here to share with you some dental problems that have kept me away from this camera. As a matter of fact, you can probably see when I smile, there is one tooth that is darker. It's not that tooth, it's the one behind it. For some strange reason, they only had a few colors for the temporary crown, and none of which were matching my teeth. So I look kind of like I'm missing a tooth. But anyway, besides that, and just summer, it's just a really bad time for me to have to film videos and edit and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of has to take a back seat for everything that's going on right now. But first and foremost, we need to put an end to this wonderful giveaway that we've had going on. And we have 2 more visitors to the channel that we need to insert for the giveaway, and then we're going to do the drawing.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and I have some ideas that may help you when you're traveling with your knitting. And for a knitting bag, you can go to an office store, and their bags are durable, so it prevents the sharp points from poking through. And this size bag works out well for a small project like socks, hats, and scarves. And there's plenty of room for at least 2 skeins and for your printed out patterns. Other bags you may find would be roomy enough for an afghan or for an adult sweater. Also, when you're traveling, you need to keep the stitches from sliding off. Here, a pattern will often have you move the extra stitches to a scrap piece of yarn, but you can order extra small cables that fit your needles. The cables have a lifeline that's big enough that you can slide a safety pin through there, and that will hold the stitches on quite secure. And you can either leave the needle tips on, or you can take the tips off and use them for another project. Another way to keep the stitches on is these foam beads. They come in a bag in the children's section to help them string beads, but they work very well with knitting and keeping your stitches on. Other things that help are these mint tins. The larger one is big enough to hold embroidery scissors, or the little crochet hook to catch drop stitches, your measuring tape. The smaller tins could hold your stitch markers. And this is another idea that I had. Instead of the double row counter at the store, I used dice. And the dice are big enough, the dots are easy to see from a distance. If I'm knitting, I can just glance at the table and see it. And the tin is small enough that if I close the lid and it gets moved around in the bag, the small size will prevent the dice from turning over, so the numbers remain. Again, my name is Hey Carrie Ann on Ravelry, just like the Holly song that has a different spelling. And I hope these tips help you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Raven, and I knit, crochet, embroider, and I make soap and other cosmetics. Right now, this is what I'm working on. It is a basic crocheted cowl. I sell a lot of my stuff on Etsy, or I just give it away, honestly. I also make YouTube videos, and this is a beanie that I just made this week with a matching cowl. I started crocheting when I was 12, and I started taking it to school with me to help me with my ADD. I found that having something to do with my hands really helped me focus on school, and I was able to do a lot better. Honestly, I really feel like I would not have graduated if I wasn't able to take my yarn to school with me. I've always really liked making things. When I graduated high school, I asked my grandma to teach me how to knit, and shortly after that, I started doing research and I started making cold processed soap, and I love making soap. I think it is just the most fun thing ever. So I think that's my craftiness in a nutshell. So thank you.
Wasn't that fun? All right, now let's do the drawing. We've got 2 prizes to give away. I'm going to let you look over my shoulder here at my computer while I do this. And what we've got is the spreadsheet that I started at the very beginning of this. Vicki was our first visitor, or the first entry, and Raven here was the last one that we have seen. So I've got 20 entries, and of course right here is the picture of the crochet kit and all of its contents that you will be receiving. Although I have one in the blue and one in the red or pink or whatever color that is. All right, if the random number generator gives us one of these numbers that has already received a prize, then we will just draw again. All right, so let's pop over here to random.org. We have to enter in the number 20 because that's how many we have, and click generate. Number 13, so I'll pop over here and I check, and 13 is Brenda. So Brenda, send me your, or private message me, your mailing address, wherever you want me to send this thing. You can do this through Ravelry or YouTube private message or whatever, Instagram, Facebook, and I'll get that out as soon as possible. Now we are leaving on our trip for our trip on the 7th, so it needs to be quick, or of course I'll do it first thing when I return. So let's do the next one. All right, we will hit generate again. 19, and that is Carrie. Carrie, full of the good tips. Good job. All right, Carrie, private message me your mailing address as soon as possible, and I will get that out to you hopefully before the trip, if I get it before then. So that was fun. Sorry for the dental delay though, that kind of held everything up. Now, speaking of our trip, we are driving down to Port Canaveral instead of flying. This is the first time that we've ever done that. So I have put together some things to do in the car. My elbow is feeling much better. I only have slight discomfort in certain ways that I reach for things, but I think it's okay to go ahead and crochet and knit all the way down there. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is finish up some projects that I started. I have a linen shawl, I have some socks, I have just a couple of things like that, and that'll be car knitting. Don't really have a whole lot of time to be knitting when we are on the cruise because it's so much fun. You just go, go, go. And there are times when you're just wanting to rest and chat with friends. So I don't know if I'll of course bring some on the boat, but I never do get a whole lot done when I'm on the boat. so we'll see though. One little aside that I can throw in here is that we're very fortunate to have our oldest come and stay with the animals, to stay in the house. He has been in California at UCLA. He's finished his master's program and he came back here for just a little while, and so it was like, love ya, but we got to go on our trip. But it's so wonderful. He gets to spend time with the animals. He and Bentley have a special bond too. So that was very fortunate for us. How long will we have him after we get back? I'm not sure. His plans are a little indefinite right now. So we have that to look forward to when we come home. And that's so good, because you know how when you go on a trip and you're having such a great time and you get home, on the way home you're kind of bummed, you know. But we have Tyler at home waiting for us with the animals, so that'll be great. What have I been doing on this couple of weeks that I have not posted a video? I've been sewing a lot, and I've had some successes and some failures, but I was hoping to get more done, of course, before the cruise, but I didn't. But that's okay. I'm still in the learning phases, and things are going pretty well in that respect. I'll have a separate video up for those here probably when I get back. I would love to be on a nice predictable schedule, getting those videos up once, twice a week, something like that, but I just can't do it in the summertime. So then again, all over YouTube, and there's YouTubers who do things, you know, entertainment and completely different things besides knit, crochet, sewing, and things like that, and the numbers just plummet during the summer. And I guess it's just a common problem for us to have less time for video viewing. So I'm not going to feel too guilty about that, but of course I'm not going anywhere. These are things I love to do, and I just love it when you guys interact with me about my passions, because I don't have anybody around here to chat with, and that's why I do videos in the first place. So I will be back I just hit that subscribe button, and then you'll know when I do put up another video, so that you can weigh in and give me your tips and your opinions and stuff, because I do love that so much. So until then, talk soon. Bye.